Welcome to Lil Tea Time.
Y'all ready?
Welcome to Lil Tea Time.
Oh yeah.
Welcome to Lil Tea Time.
Who listen?
Welcome to Lil Tea Time.
All right.
Welcome to Lil.
Hey.
Welcome to Lil. Welcome to Lil. Welcome to Lil. Welcome to Lil Tea Time. Welcome to Lil Tea Time.
All right, you guys. Well, good evening. Good evening. Good evening. I am Jarek, aka Jarius D, your favorite published author and your host of A Little Tea Time. Welcome to A Little Tea Time tonight, you guys. I want to thank everyone at home for tuning in. Please comment and share the show for everyone around the world could get to see the show at a later time. Um, tonight, I'm very excited about tonight's show. It's been a very long day, and I got the tea to get to. So if y'all ready for the spill, check in. Let me know that you're present. Let me know that you're watching. So volume is low. Okay, I see you, Sherman. I see your Ed. You said that the volume is low. Okay, so I'm gonna go ahead and get to the tea. Um, if y'all are ready. So it is still Black History Month, and I want to wish everyone a Black History Month. To everyone around the world who gets to watch the shows, A Little Tea Time. Thank y'all so much to everyone just tuning in. I really appreciate you guys for your love and your support and your dedication to A Little Tea Time. Um, Gotta send a shout out. I like my sweatsuit. Can y'all see my sweatsuit? Do y'all see this? Y'all see this? Y'all see my pant leg? I see my sweatsuit. I gotta send a shout out to redefining the black man. I cannot think of the guy's name who actually is the owner and creator of redefining the black man. I wore his sweatsuit today to the parade today, so I got to shout out redefining the black man fashion for my beautiful sweatsuit today. Had a great time, kept me really warm and kept me real cozy and everything. Um, Again, song of the month for Black History Month is Stop the Violence Movement, Self-Destruction. You're headed for self-destruction. Check out Self-Destruction on YouTube if y'all have not checked out Stop the Violence Movement with their song Self-Destruction. Definitely would love for y'all to get into it. It's a great vibe. It's a great energy for the time that we are in. So definitely check out Self-Destruction by Stop the Violence Movement. Word of the day is anime. Its part of speech is a noun. Its origin is Latin, early 20th century, and it has two definitions. So the first definition of enema is the part of the psyche that is directed inward, in touch with the subconscious. And the second meaning of enema is the soul, especially the irrational part of the soul as distinguished from the rational mind. So y'all definitely want to use the word enema. It's Anima, not anime like the cartoon films, but enema, Anima. So definitely want to use that word in your vocabulary. Y'all try and adapt that into your normal way of thinking and your way of life. Keeping in touch with February is still Teen Dating Violence Awareness Month, and we should talk to our children about dating and setting boundaries when dating. It's up to us, like I said, and like I will be saying throughout the month, that we have to continue to encourage our children about how to be safe when dating. when they're in a situation that they don't feel comfortable in, giving them the tools and the know-how to be able to get out of those situations, because our kids are growing up and they are starting to date. So we definitely want them to be able to have the knowledge and the experiences they need to be able to get out of those situations, and having those tools on hand will be able to help us protect our children and help them make rational and right decisions. So definitely want to keep that in mind, with February being Teen Dating Violence Awareness Month. Um, Last night was Shrek's Critical Mass exhibition opening, and I have to shout out to all the Shrek artists who came out last night. We had a really great time at the opening last night. I want to send a shout out to Miss Deborah Robertson and to Mr. Gennaro Kylie Smith, both winning $2,000 prizes for their work. Um, Definitely am so proud of these artists and their success for their work. Because this is my first event, so this is my first time attending and seeing how the process went, and I am super proud of these artists. Miss Deborah Robertson, she's one of my friends, and I was so proud of her to see her work win this competition last night. And to Mr. Gennaro, his work did he did a fantastic job with his writing and his literature. So as I stated last night, I definitely am proud of both of them, and I wish them success with their going forward with their prizes and creating works of art for us to share in later times. I also had a great time meeting our critiquer, Miss Lee Camacho Ricks. We sat with her today, and she gave us a breakdown of some of our works. And I definitely got a lot of my notes in on my phone and took in a lot of notes just sitting down listening with her. And I'm going to apply what I learned to my writing going forward. So y'all look out for my next book of poetry, Quarantine Quest. I'm gonna apply a lot of what I've learned to this work going forward. And I'm excited about just beginning the work process for this next book. I also want to send a shout out to Mr. Robert L. Pincus, who was the who provided us the workshop for the artist statement workshop. He gave us a lot of information that I will also be using going forward. Writing my artist statements and just making myself more available as an artist. So I definitely want to tell you guys that y'all got to get down to art space. Check out the Critical Mass exhibition. It will be ending March the 18th. So y'all get down there to Art Space in downtown Shreveport. You'll have a chance to check out some of the art. You would definitely have a chance to see my poetry down there. That's in the poetry collection, Jarius Dion. And I also have to shout out to my friend Yakisha Scott. I took her with me today because we were actually out during the parade, and she got a chance to see the exhibit. So I got to shout her out because she got to see firsthand some of the work that I'm doing as a writer. And she appreciated the works that she saw. She loved my poetry. And so I got to thank her just for her just taking out her time today just to come and hang out and checking out the exhibit and checking out my poetry. And definitely want to thank you so much. So speaking of winning, last night, guess who won $50 singing Stevie Wonder's "I Never Dreamed"? Um, this guy got a chance to sing on my cousin Kia Renee's hosting her singing competition on her Instagram, and we had a great time last night. And I won some money singing because that's something that I do. So, want to definitely shout out to Miss Kia Renee. Hey, Kia, I will be back in those singing competitions. So, as long as you keep hosting, I'm gonna keep coming back and keep singing. Um, Yakisha's actually on my live right now, and I'm reading the comment. You are an amazing in all of the art. Thank you so much. Thank you so much. I really appreciate the love. Thank you so much. Also, stay tuned for the Ratchet City Blues documentary with Cherie Gray of Lumpy Grits Artistry and the crew. I'm looking forward to us filming this particular documentary because, again, like I've been stating, It's going to give us a chance to definitely talk about music and the history of what it brings for us here in Shreveport, Louisiana. Today was the African American History Parade, so I want to shout out to everyone who I saw out at the African American History Parade. Got to send a special shout out to Mr. Andre O'Cray with Jericho Staffing. He got out of the car and took a picture with me at the parade, so that made me feel really good as a human being that another person just got out the car to acknowledge me and take a picture with me out at the parade today. So got a shout out to you again, Mr. Andre O'Cray with Jericho Staffing. Um, if y'all have not seen my impromptu performance at Rhino Cafe, the video is out there, y'all. I definitely would love y'all to go on my Facebook and check out my impromptu performance at Rhino Cafe. It was really cool because me and my friend Yakisha, we talked it out and we planned it, and it went just like I planned it. And I had a great time just being able to do something spontaneous and actually singing spontaneously out in a crowd. I'm not gonna tell y'all what song I sang. If you have not seen the video, I don't want to ruin it for y'all. So, but y'all definitely gonna have to go and watch the video so y'all can check it out. I want you guys to stay tuned to a little tea time with my upcoming guest, Tainted Locks owner, Miss Jasmine White, and singer and songwriter Adriana Harvey. And speaking of Adriana Harvey, welcome home, Adriana. I know that you're doing a show down at Club Hayes tonight. It's going to be her farewell show, and she's transitioning into pursuing her music career more, more, more. So I definitely want to shout her out. You guys definitely want to get out to Club Hayes tonight and check out Adriana Harvey's farewell performance from her hometown here in Shreveport. Um, Love you, sis. I can't wait to see you on the show. And I'm definitely looking forward to all of your success. So I'm very proud of you, darling. And again, congratulations on your farewell show tonight. So I gotta definitely do this again. I gotta shout out Janet Jackson on the Janet Jackson documentary. Janet, Janet, I'm shouting you out again, Miss Jackson, because I'm still a little upset by not seeing this documentary. And I might consistently say this because I want to see your documentary, Janet. Hey, Janet, have your people contact my people in my inbox, and let's see how we can get me a copy of that Janet Jackson documentary. Sis, if you can work that out for a fan, for an adoring fan, if we can work that out and I could get a copy of that documentary, that would make my life so much greater. Now that I have gotten to my tea, I want to definitely send a shout out to SaucySoniaSpices.com. You guys shop SaucySoniaSpices.com and use my coupon code GoodEatsJerry and receive 5% off your purchase when you use my coupon code GoodEatsJerry. It's GoodEatsJerry, and you will receive 5% off of your purchases. I will be always posting that flyer. So y'all stay tuned for the flyer. If y'all are familiar with Saucy Sonia Spices, great products, great food, great energy, great love. And I definitely would love you guys to check out SaucySoniaSpices.com. Gotta send a shout out to my Facebook viewers who follow me on Facebook. Happy birthday to my cousin Bart. Happy birthday to Mr. Reginald Green Jr. Happy birthday to Miss Robin Johnson. And happy birthday to Mr. Quita White. So now that all of the tea is done, I want to introduce to you guys a really great guy that I got to meet working in the arts. We did Electra together. We're also going to be working in the Ratchet City Blues documentary. And he also has a fitness channel that he does on YouTube, the EJS Fitness Channel. The EJS channel, I should say. Edwin If you are ready, bro, I'm ready to bring you in so we can have some fun and we can get to your interview. So I'm about to see if I can get you on in, Ed. And while we're waiting on Edwin to come in, I got a shout out to everybody watching the show right now via Facebook and Instagram. Thank y'all so much for tuning in. Miss Yukisha Scott, I see ya. Addie, I see ya. Thank y'all for tuning in. My viewers on Instagram, y'all ain't picked up yet, but thank y'all to my viewers on Instagram for y'all tuning in as well. If y'all get a chance to see the show tonight, thank y'all so much. Also, since I'm still waiting on Edmund to come in, gotta send a shout out to Bigelow, Perfect Peach Tea, for the tea that I'm drinking in my cup for tonight's show. Gotta definitely send a shout out to Bigelow, Perfect Peach. Thank you, Bigelow, for the tea, man. It's delicious. Um, definitely appreciate y'all's tea. All right. So we're waiting on Edwin to come in. Seems like we're having more technical difficulties tonight. Hmm. No answer from the live viewer guest. We're gonna keep trying because I don't believe in giving up. All right. I think we got him. I think
All
we got
right.
him.
Good, man. This thing was acting a straight up nut. I was like, what's going on? I'm like, Jesus. And now they want to act up on me. But that's all right. It's cool. We in the tea time now.
Yeah, we got you. We got you. We got you. Welcome. How are you?
I'm doing all right, man. How about yourself?
I'm doing good. Doing good. Just ready to get to the show. Um,
I know it's
definitely want to
day
thank
by day.
you for taking out. Thank you. Thank you so much. I appreciate you for taking out your time and being present with me for the show. Edwin, as I was stating while I was introducing you, I met you while we were filming Electra.
Electra, that's right. Absolutely.
Edwin was our old man in
Old
Electra.
man.
But
The
it,
elder.
yes, but what I appreciate about you, Edwin, you forced me to get better with my acting.
Oh, man.
I'm gonna be honest, I was a little intimidated by you at first.
Oh, man.
I
What?
was intimidated. I was intimidated because you
That's
had
what
them
I'm talking
lines
about. You was
down.
intimidated by me.
I was like, I gotta be on this caliber with him. Let me learn these lines.
Oh, man. Oh,
And
man.
you did such a phenomenal job. Like you did such a phenomenal job there for me because it was my first acting gig. It was my first acting job. I said that if I'm gonna be in a room with a professional like you, because you were really good, and
Oh,
for me, if I wanted to be in that room, I said I gotta step my game up. Yeah, this is my first time coming out the gate, but come out the gate swinging hard.
man, you did good. You did good. Look,
Thank
when we had the premiere, the funny thing was when we watched the premiere, one of the scenes where we were talking in the courtyard, or I think it was you. No, it was old boy Will James
you.
was talking in the courtyard, and your facial reaction stole the entire show. Everybody was in there laughing. It was like, and
I
I said
do
that
it.
when you say that, I'm like, man, the way you acted in that production, I'm like, you naturally you just stole the show. So it's just like,
Thank you.
man, look,
Thank you. I had
it's one of those
fun.
things. What you say again?
I had fun. I had fun.
That's the biggest thing. As long as you're having fun, man, everything will flow naturally.
Yeah. And I knew that because I was the understudy, I understood that my acting was going to come from me using my face and not my words. So
Mm-hmm.
I said, if I have to use my face instead of those words, I'm gonna give them these faces in a way they're never gonna forget it.
Man,
And
it's,
it was so cool. It was so cool to have that camaraderie amongst others. Wow, I look like he just fell off the screen. But yeah, it was really cool to have that camaraderie among the other artists and us just having fun with what we did.
hey, can you see me?
Yeah, you good.
Yeah, somebody, I think one of my friends had called me. I was trying to text them back, and it was like all of a sudden the sound went down. I'm like, what happened?
Yeah. But Edwin, let's get into your interview because I know you are an actor and you are the creator of the EJS channel.
Sir, yes, sir. Yeah,
Let's
it's the
tell the people more about Mr. Edwin Sherman.
yes, indeed. All right. Well, so where should I start? Should I start with the channel? Should I start with the introduction? Let me see. How should I start? I'll do. Let me start with my introduction. Hold on. Let me hold this phone. Let me set this phone down. All right. I don't want this. There you go. Okay. What's going on? What's going on, everybody? And welcome back to the EJS channel. I am your host, EJS, and this is my boy, Jarek, King Among Men. And let me tell y'all something. Yeah, it's been a while since I did a video. So I'm just going off the cuff and I can't think of nothing else right now. But we live. We in this business. We are right here in the zone. And we are ready to kick this sucker off. So, Jarek, what you got for me, man? I had to get into the
Okay,
zone. I had to get
Edwin, tell us about what you do, Edwin. Tell us about your acting in the EJS channel.
Oh, man. All right. Well, I'll tell you how the EJS channel first started. It was last year. It was the summer of last year. And on Facebook and on Instagram, Facebook and Instagram, they were having this competition called like the Mr. Health and Fitness competition.
Hmm.
And so it just kept popping up, in the timelines and everything. I'm like, I don't know. I'm not this super jacked bodybuilder. I have a lean physique, but I still got a long way to go and this, that, third. But I said, you know what? I'm going to just try it. Because what's the worst that could happen? I just, I don't make it to the top 10 or whatever. So, anyways, I went on and tried it. I put up a story or a Facebook story, an Instagram story, said I have a huge announcement coming. I said something like that, or I'm taking a risk. Yeah,
Hmm.
that's what it was. I was taking a risk. And so I finally announced that I was going to be in this fitness competition called Mr. Health and Fitness.
Hmm.
So I'm thinking, I might not get no reaction or nothing like that. Come to find out, I get a bigger reaction than I expected. I'm getting donations from co-workers, church members. People are voting for me, and as the competition was going along, when the competition first started, that's before all the other financial backers of the competition started coming in. I was number one in my division. And I look down and I look at my competition. I'm like, these dudes super jacked. Some of them look like The Rock. The others look like Arnold Schwarzenegger. Some of them look like action figures. And I'm number one right now. So I screenshotted. I said, yeah, I'm the top guy right now for this 5 minutes.
Hmm.
5 minutes later, some other guy got it. I'm like, oh, crap. And so after, I believe, maybe like 3 or 4 weeks or so, or maybe more than that, I can't remember how many weeks, I only made it so far. I remember the place that I was left in seventh place. And so I was like, okay, I could say I was in the top 10 or something. And it was a
Yeah.
much bigger reaction than expected. And I knew I was about to get ready to get out because once I put in a certain amount of money and I wasn't budging that, that top 5 bracket, I'm like, okay,
Mm-hmm.
it's going to get ready to end. So how do I capitalize on this? And I had church members, family members, preachers, classmates, people that I knew in the film industry. They asked me, man, how did you lose the weight? How did you do all this and that? And how you get physically fit and everything like that? And so I said, well, I'm not a personal trainer right now, but what I can do, I watch YouTube a lot. Why not start a YouTube channel? So I said, okay, what I'm going to do, I'm going to make it easy. I'm going to just call the channel. And if you can see my shirt, the EJS channel.
Yeah.
So I did that, and my first series of videos was called The 7 Moves to Lose Weight. So that's what I did, and it first started off pretty good. I had like a good 100 in my first video. I'm like, good. And the second video was like 87. I'm
Mm-hmm.
like, not bad. Third video was like 50. Okay, a little humbling, but we're gonna keep on going. Then after I went down more and more and more, and I saw like the rest of my series, it was like 7. I'm like, oh, back to the drawing board. So, but hey, it was fun while it lasted.
Yeah.
Then look, the struggle is real.
Yeah. One thing I've learned, like, even with what we do, you have to stay consistent either way because
Either
you
way,
never know the people that you are reaching. And I saw your photos. I saw your transformation. I was
man, I
like,
tell you,
you're doing something right.
look, it was I'll never forget. It was December 2017. Actually, it was really the year 2017.
Mm-hmm.
At the time, I was unemployed. I was really depressed. I was very heavy set. I was at my heaviest. I was 325 pounds. When you see that before picture of me, or the way I was like really blown up in the bathroom, I was 325. That was December 31st, 2017. I was 325 pounds. I was really just at my lowest at that point. And so, I did not plan to lose weight the following year. I was just, well, I'm fat, forget it. I'm gonna eat my Southern made donuts and my Raisin Canes, and I'm gonna wallow in my misery. I
I,
was eating everything. It was Raisin Canes, Zaxby's, McDonald's, Wendy's, Burger King, Sam's Southern Eatery, Partners Barbecue, Red Oak Barbecue, and if it was edible, I ate
I ain't mad
it.
at you 'cause it's something about that
But
Southern made that'll get your life together.
man, look, that Southern made to get you. That's my biggest vice right there, still to this day.
Yes.
But it was April 2018. I'll never forget. All my a lot of my family members and church members saying, "Josh, you're putting on weight. Josh, you're getting big. You need to calm down, settle down, settle down." And I said, you know what? I'm just gonna try something new. I'm gonna start off fresh. And I remember watching this fellow YouTuber, way more popular than me. His name is Alpha Male Strategies. They call him AMS for short. And somebody asked him a video about how to lose weight, and he just said simple: burn more than you put in. Stop, eating so much, watching nutrition, burn more than you put in. I said, okay, I'm gonna actually number what I eat. I'm gonna count my calories. I'm gonna watch what I'm doing and just see, and I'm gonna lay off the sodas. And that's actually my first video in the series, laying off the soda. Once I did that, it was just like it was melting off. I could see within a 2-week time span, I started seeing a dent in my stomach. It used to just be a big old round ball, and then it became a dent. And so from April 2018 till December 31st that same year, I went from 317, because I dropped a little weight, just a couple of pounds from 325 to 317 early in the year, but I went from 317 to 245 in that 1 year. And so for a while, I plateaued it in the 240s and then in the 230s. And by that time, I said, you know what, I know I got some more to lose, just being stubborn. So I really started doing more calorie counting. And so from that point on, uh, I could say today I'm now in the 220s range. My average weight is like 225 and maybe 218 if I'm really eating light. So,
Okay. So what are some of your techniques that you use during your training?
oh, I'll tell you, I kind of mix it up a little bit. I kind of do what they call HIT training. What's the acronym? What stands for, like high resistance interval training?
Hmm.
What I would do, I would always kick off my workouts with like maybe 50 push-ups on the power tower. And then I would do this array of workouts. Like I'll start off with kettlebell squats, and then I'll do pull-ups and then chest dips. And then I'll have like a 2-3 minute break and then go right back into it again and get the heart pumping and get it, just
the blood, warmed up and everything, I would do that. I would always, I say, I mix it up a little bit. There's days I like going for the classic bodybuilder style of training, and there's other days I like doing the hit training, and then some days I just go on my power tower, just play around, just hang off the sucker and just do a couple pull-ups and just remind my muscles they're there. Sometimes I call the workout get back in the groove workout, remind my muscles they're there. So I would I would do that. I do full body workout. So basically like this week, and I know I'm just rambling.
No, you okay.
Um, this week this week my workout was kettlebell squats, um, push-ups on the power tower, kind of like elevated push-ups, chest dips and pull-ups. So that's like getting like most of your major muscle groups out the way. And so doing that for maybe like 2 or 3 times a week before I start breaking the body parts down. One day is chest day and tricep day. Next day is back and bicep day. So
Hmm.
it's just a very array of things. It's just more keeping yourself physically active. I'll say I'm not the
Okay.
most. I wouldn't say not organized, but I'll go freestyle it as long as I keep myself active.
Okay, so did you change your eating habits? Because I know that was part of the. How did you
Yes, yeah,
achieve
man. I
change your
changed
eating
it real.
habits?
I had to when I first started losing the weight. Yeah, your nutrition is the biggest thing because you can't outwork a bad diet. That you can't do. When I first started losing the weight, I laid off a lot of fast food, and I started falling in love with fish again. Well, I was already eating fish, but I said I'm gonna start eating more grilled fish. So I would eat grilled salmon or grilled tilapia or red snapper or mahi mahi. Now, catfish is good, but they also say catfish is not like the healthiest of fish.
Hmm.
Being from the south and whatnot. But I'll still eat that though. I'm just a country person
Amen.
like that. Look, I ain't arrogant about it now. We start talking about we got to slow it down.
Yeah.
I
So
still eat
with
high on the hog.
with the fish, what did you pair that with?
I paired it with a lot of green vegetables, high protein, low carb, and a lot of green veggies. So it would be grilled fish with say steamed broccoli or seasoned broccoli, or a salad, and then for your carbohydrates, sweet potatoes, brown rice, um, anything like corn, anything like that. I'll mix it up like in a mixed vegetable type platter type of thing. That's what I would usually do.
Okay. And what tips would you give to someone who's starting the weight loss journey?
Tips for them, I would say moderation, slowly but surely. Don't be ultra restrictive. It's different strokes for different folks. Um, that's why I will use that quote all the time because some people they can be super strict and be successful. Some can't be super strict and they'll crash if they get too strict and restrict themselves from everything. But
Hmm.
moderation is key. That's the biggest thing. If you like in my first video, if you drink a whole bunch of sodas, start cutting out sodas and replace that can of soda with a bottle of water every day. Start off slowly but surely. So and start falling in love with more healthier food, but make sure the healthier food tastes good. Some people they don't like eating healthy because it's like it's bland and this and that and third. But
Yeah.
pick up a cookbook and
Yeah.
you
I
know
um I started eating vegan.
yeah, my mom's doing it too.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
been doing it, I want to say maybe like 4 months, 5 months, almost 6 months. It's hard.
Mm-hmm. It's a challenge. You better than me because I'm a big meat eater. If I
Yeah,
can't eat chicken or if I can't eat chicken or pork or beef, I'll definitely be what they call pescatarian, like eating fish.
yeah,
I could definitely live off of fish. That's for sure. I
yeah.
can't have the other meat.
I kind of I don't eat fish all the time. I definitely cut out like because I'm trying to do the vegan lifestyle. I've cut out a lot of red meat.
Mm-hmm.
But I kind of just work turkey back in because I need some
Yeah.
protein.
Yeah.
So turkey's definitely something that I work back in. I miss fish. I miss fish like crazy right now. But I'm gonna try and work fish back
Me
in.
too.
But I've been definitely working hard with just eating a lot of veggie burgers, a lot of
Mm-hmm.
plant-based um chicken, just a lot
Mm-hmm.
of they have soju, they have these juices that I drink that are really good. As a matter of fact, I think I need to kind of let me grab one so I can show it to you.
Okay.
So
Mhm.
Suja.
Suja. All right.
I
All right.
these
Suja.
things are incredible.
Mm. Oh, cool.
They're
Ooh, that
incredible.
Suja.
Um, they are juice, but they're not like
Mhm.
sweet.
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
Um, they you can tell that it's not a lot of sugar in it. Um,
Right, right. It's got like
definitely,
a sweetener.
yeah.
Mhm.
Um, I definitely cut out a lot of soda. Like I actually drink more water than anything now, to the point where I
Mhm.
started just adding fruit to my water. Um,
Mhm.
because I do a little tea time, I keep a lot of water around. But
Mhm.
with water, I just started adding fruit to it, lemon, cutting sliced lemon, sliced cherries, blueberries,
Mhm.
strawberries, just adding flavor to the water because you can burn out on drinking water when you are
Mhm.
drinking
Yes, you can.
water all the time. So it's like I got to shake things up and kind of
Mhm.
keep up that water intake because I like water and my skin
Mhm.
looks better.
When you're
And
drinking water,
yeah,
absolutely.
like people notice stuff like that when you drink a lot of
Mhm.
water.
You're right.
And even Melva Thomas Warren, one of the viewers, she says, "You look great, Josh."
Tell her thank you. Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah, Sister Melba. Yep, yep, from New Bethel. Yeah, I
So
remember Sister Melba.
just with fitness and nutrition, like I'm not, I work out, but I haven't been working out because of the winter weather. But when I do
Mhm.
work out, I try and I'm not a power person for working out. I'm a light workouter. Because
Mhm.
I love my body, I'm confident in it, but I'm just not gonna
Mhm.
stress it because I don't want
Stress
to.
it. I understand.
But I love to just to keep my body in a good position of knowing that okay, I'm healthy
Mhm.
because
Mhm.
we
Absolutely.
it's about staying healthy. So we don't really concentrate on the health aspect of it. We concentrate on what am I eating? What am I eating? What am I eating?
Exactly. Mhm.
So I definitely love your
Absolutely.
tips. Let's get into some of your acting because I know that you are also an actor.
Sir. Yes, sir. So where you want me to start with the acting? I got some stories, man.
Like wherever you feel you want to start. I know that you did The Wizard of Oz.
Yes, sir. Did the whiz. I'm gonna tell you. I'll tell you a little later after I tell you how everything started. That lion costume has blessed me on numerous occasions, and I'll tell you why. Like that. But my very first acting role, from what my mom told me, it dates all the way back to when I was a little newborn baby, actually. Down at Jerusalem Missionary Baptist Church, they were having a Christmas play, and they needed a baby Jesus, and I don't think they had a baby Jesus costume. So I was a newborn baby at the time. So they said, well, I tell you what, they said, well, hey, Iris, get Josh to play baby Jesus. We need a baby Jesus right now. So I'm sitting there, I'm a little baby. My mom told me I was the only baby Jesus drinking on some medlars wearing a three-piece suit. So, so I'm rocking a three-piece suit. My first role was baby Jesus. Now, 4 or 5 years later, New Bethel Missionary Baptist Church, they start up and they have a theater ministry. So they have a huge, youth theater ministry. We had so many kids back then at the time. And I remember I was playing like the little sheep, in the nativity scene, or the
Mhm.
shepherds, or the three wise men. And so it was just kind of random roles like that, on and off. And school plays and musicals, I'd play a little side character here and there. But it really didn't start clicking with me with acting until I believe it was the Easter. I can't remember the year. I think it was 2008 or 2009. They needed somebody to play the character Jesus Christ. And so my mom said, well, Josh, why don't you play the part of Jesus? And at the time, I was really nervous of it. It's like big opportunities I was really nervous of. Now I'm like, I'm looking forward to them, but they're hard to come by. That's just
Mhm.
how life is. But I played the role of Jesus, and after watching Passion of the Christ with starring Jim Caviezel, after I played the role, the church looked like they were kind of shocked at my performance. They didn't think I can really just, kind of go in like that. And after I performed, they gave me a standing ovation or like a big applause. I think I remember. I'm like, oh, okay, I can. I said, I guess I was good. And so after that, I think I played the role of Emmett Till in one church play, and then played Joseph, the father, the earthly father of Jesus, and then just kind of went on playing some roles in New Bethel, and then I started working with a theater ministry called Shepherd and Sheep, and that's like was the first time I had a big monologue that I had to perform on the stage. I never forget. I had to perform at a Riverview Theater, actually, and I played the character King David.
Ooh.
So I went from doing that, and there was a big monologue about his his transgressions that he made in his life, and then after that, I played a crooked politician, and right around that time, I was still working with Shepherd Sheep and playing a crooked politician. The KSLA News 12 and some of the other local news stations announced that Olympus Has Fallen was going to be filmed in Shreveport,
Yeah,
Louisiana.
I remember
All
that.
right. So yeah, absolutely. And 7 months earlier, actually, Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson was making a movie here in Shreveport called Snitch. I don't know if you
Hmm.
remember. And so I hear about it. I was actually watching WWE, and they showed this vignette of The Rock talking about finally The Rock. That's one of his slogans. Finally, The Rock has come back to, and he mentions all these cities: New York, L.A., Detroit, such and such, Shreveport. Shreveport? What are you talking about, Shreveport? So I'm doing some research, and I see on the internet Dwayne "The Rock" Johnson is making a movie Snitch in Shreveport. So I called the Legacy Casting Company. I said, hey guys, I'd like to work in this movie that The Rock is in as an extra. Y'all have any positions open? And they say, no, we're sorry. That our last day of filming was yesterday. And I'm like, crap. But I told them, y'all keep me in the system. So whenever y'all have a movie, I can get in it. 7 months later, Olympus Has Fallen was getting ready to be filmed in Shreveport. And I actually prayed about a movie like that coming to Shreveport. Me and my uncle, we was on the highway. And I said, Uncle, I would love for a big action movie like on the magnitude of Die Hard to come to Shreveport. So Olympus Has Fallen came July of 2012. It's actually 10 years ago. And there I got starstruck. That's when it hit me. I said, I want to do this for the rest of my life. The very first scene we worked, we were in Minden, Louisiana. And it was one of the scenes after one of the bombings or one of the terrorist attacks happened.
Hmm.
And they actually had real life amputees. They put like little endlings, like damage on their arms and legs and stuff to make it look like they just got freshly blown off. And you see the cameras, you see these big mainstream actors you never thought you'd meet before, and other movie actors and extras and stuntmen and all this big array. And I said, you know what? I can do this. I could do this for the rest of my life. And so that's when it started. I said, that's what I want to do for a career. I want to be an actor. And then from then on, I did other movies and such and such. And then you began to work with me with Electra. And so we're
Yeah.
here today getting ready for Ratchet City Blues.
Oh man, Ratchet City Blues is gonna be amazing. I'm excited about Ratchet City Blues. So I'm gonna just ask you some more interview questions. So when you are not working, what do you do for fun?
Well, I'm not working what I do for fun. Well, I either play on my power tower, do a little workout on there, or I play a video game. I'm a big gamer. I've been recently playing Far Cry 6 on my PS4, or I play some old school games like Rolling Thunder. I'm a big retro gamer too, so like games like actually I want to play my old school Streets of Rage game, Street Fighter, WWE, Mortal Kombat. And when I'm also not doing that, I'll either creating characters or writing a script or keeping myself creative, or listening to music. I'm a big music person, so
Okay.
I'll jam to something on a playlist on YouTube, or I'll go old school with it. I'll pop it in a CD or a cassette. I still
Okay.
got some of my uncle's cassettes downstairs. I will pop in some of them suckers and I'll get the jam.
So you consider
And some
yourself
albums too.
a connoisseur of music?
I wouldn't say connoisseur of music, but I will say I know a little something. I know a little something.
All right, I'm gonna put you
Little
on the
something.
spot. Put you on the spot.
Oh, gee.
Give
All
me
right.
five. Give me five of your favorite artists.
5 of my favorite artists. All right. So here we go. What generation?
Any.
Okay, generation. All right. I have to say, I'll give you 5 of my favorite artists in gospel and 5 of my favorite artists in secular.
Okay.
Favorite gospel, favorite gospel artists: Hezekiah Walker, Richard Smallwood, Kirk Franklin, John P. Key,
Yes.
Don Lawrence.
Yes.
When it comes to R&B, Alexander O'Neal, Sherelle, SOS Band, Angela Winbush, Gap Band, the Gap Band. Um, Now, if we talking about my childhood now, like growing up as a kid,
Yeah.
oh, let's Sierra, Lloyd, A. Marie, Bobby Valentino.
Ooh.
Let's see. I'm trying to think was another one. Case back in the day.
Ooh.
Aya. 45, but shoot,
Yeah.
so many.
Yeah. 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 You just called out some hit makers.
And those are just the people they don't usually recognize.
Yeah.
So people like Michael Jackson, Shaka Khan, Whitney, Aretha, Prince, those are like favorites by
Yeah.
default.
Yeah.
That's just some standards. But
Yeah. Those
Stevie
are
Wonder, of
standard
course,
of music.
yeah,
Those are.
that's like standard by default. They a favorite. So
Yeah.
I call out the folks that with the unsongs who really deserve more credit.
Ooh. And that gospel lineup is real good.
And I'm a big choir person. That's why I called out that gospel lineup because all those are like choir directors or music directors.
Kurt Franklin is one of my
Yeah.
favorites. Growing up, we used to listen to Kurt Franklin stomp like religiously.
Man, any kid that was in the youth choir ministry in the '90s and early 2000s got to thank God for Kurt Franklin. They got to. He kept us going to church.
Yeah, stomp. The reason why I sing, um,
Melodies from heaven.
mellow, definitely, definitely. Um, the storm is over. I don't think the storm is over. Is one of his songs, but that was one of the songs
Yep,
that
I think so.
in our church, and for us, for the church kids, when we were growing up in church, in my family,
Hmm.
those were the songs that we listened to. And like even now,
Yes,
Kurt Franklin is like an artist I still listen to. That song with him and the baby we win, that's a hit.
man. That's that song. Now that's one of my few favorites of this generation. There ain't really too many favorites, but when I heard that, and then that was a great sample too. That
But
was a great sample. That audio sample they took me. That was really good because I'm like, I know that's an old school gospel song. The way that's arranged, I could tell the time frame. That was like late '80s, early '90s.
hmm
Because they don't do certain songs like that no more. When they have breaks into it, and then dun, 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 unmovable, dun, always about. They don't do songs like that.
I heard that and I was like, yeah,
Nobody do it better singing it.
it's gonna be good. That's gonna be good. So, I'm gonna ask you a question about your fitness journey. What challenges did you overcome on your fitness journey?
What challenges did I overcome? That's a good question. My food consumption and choices. But when I was at my heaviest, I really wasn't making good choices. I wasn't disciplined, really disciplined, and just growing the instinct of knowing when to stop, knowing when to say when. That was my biggest. That was my biggest accomplishment. That's what I overcame. Because now I'm at the point, if I eat, I can still eat some fattening stuff or sweet stuff, but I know when to stop. I'll
Yeah,
have like that one donut that day, or maybe them two. When we talking about Southern Made here,
yeah, yeah.
I might have I had them two Southern Made donuts, and then I put it to
Mhm.
a halt. All right, the rest of the day is like a salad and some protein and some water and carry your butt to bed.
Yeah. We had our critique meeting with Shrek this morning. Walk in
Mhm.
the room and they got 3 boxes of Southern Made sitting on the table.
See,
And
that's how I started.
yeah, so I
Mhm.
sat there and I was like, I'm gonna just get two. I'm gonna get my two and I'm gonna be
Look,
good. I had my two,
look,
but it took everything in me not to go back and give me an. It's like they got a whole other 2 boxes and like just be
look.
good.
I'm gonna tell you when you got two donuts, you consider you need to pat yourself on the back, especially with Southern Made. Now maybe another brand, okay, yeah, I'll just have half the donut. But now when Southern Made come into the room, if you have two, you a disciplined person in my opinion.
Listen, that taught me today that Jerick, you were very disciplined because I was like, I'm gonna go back
Very
and
disciplined.
I'm gonna get two more of them things. I can eat
Man, I tell you.
I can eat a half a dozen by myself.
Who you telling? Who you telling? That's what I'm saying. You don't put that in front of me. You put, see, now, especially when you're on a fitness journey, you know, say when two is like, okay, that's just to get rid of the sweet kick. But I'll say when I was my heaviest shoot, a dozen, that's it. And you put a dozen in front of me, you would never see that dozen again.
That's a
It ain't
blessing.
like that now. Now,
They're
just,
they're a blessing when things are going bad.
yeah,
They're
man.
such a blessing. Shout out to Southern Made Donuts here in
Shout
Shreveport,
out to Southern Made.
Louisiana. And that's not
Look,
an
you know the
endorsement,
Southern
people.
Made.
That's a shout out.
That's a shout out. Look, now let me tell you, Southern Made is so good they don't need no commercial. The word of mouth is good enough.
Yeah, because when Southern Made on Hearn went to no, we don't open until 2 o'clock in the afternoon. They lost me. I was like, I can't.
Man, I remember when that happened. I was like, I know that's almost blasphemy, right?
Yeah, because I was like,
I say always.
I wanted to say, who's in charge? I need to talk to the person in charge. Call the
Oh,
mayor.
I tell you,
We need to have we need to have a
your call.
protest.
Who you tell? Look, I tell you what though, this is what I say. Whatever racism is in Shreveport, Louisiana, you want to have black and white people unite, close down the Southern Maid, and see how we gonna ride together. Look, you'll have the Black Panther and the Klan. You tag team that one night. Yeah, one night. Now, look, we don't like each other, but we sure don't like what's going
Look, I
on
know that.
here.
Things will get real around Southern Made.
It get real.
Southern Made will bring
Don't
people
nothing bring
together.
people together.
It can
Don't
bring
nothing bring people together.
Whew. So I'm gonna ask you two more questions, and then we're gonna move into the game. The next
All right.
question is, how do you define success with you being both an actor and having to be able to work on your weight?
How do I define success? Fulfillment, a sense of accomplishment that you've done something that you want to do and you feel good about it. I know some people say success is money, which to a certain degree, you get, tax brackets much higher. Of course, I'm gonna feel much better.
Right.
But you can have money and be miserable. You
Yes.
can have fame and be miserable.
Yes.
But when you do something that you love and you have a certain fulfillment, that is success. And like when we were on the set of Electra and we would work on that production, we all were fulfilled as actors and as entertainers when we finished that production. So
Yeah.
that's a success all in itself. And I feel once you continue to go down that road of just being more fulfilled, that's when bigger blessings will come, and that's when the world will see and will recognize, and then you'll start seeing the fame and the money. And it's all about just really the priority. So
Yeah.
it's fulfillment.
I can definitely say with when I met Cherie, I was meeting Cherie at a different space in my life when all of the things that I'm doing with my work, with my books, I kind of started going in the catapult that it was going in. And when we did the first event, I didn't even realize that I was going to be working with her later. And
Mm-hmm.
working with her with the events that we did down at Art Space in downtown led to me doing hashtag situationships with Christy Woodard, who's going to be a guest on the show next week. Working with her and Selah. Um, and then after that, then Electra came, and I was like, wait, I just did a whole thing over here for YouTube, and now here is Electra. And after that, having to grasp the concept of, okay, you're going to be an actor. I let that set in, and then I started sharing that with my family. And my family was like, "You acting?" It's like, "Yeah, I'm trying to come out and check out Electra." And it made me really proud because my mom, she came and she brought her guy friend that she was with, and they came out, and I definitely could say Electra was one of those projects that it's changed my life in the direction that it is now because I know now, okay, I can do this if I continue to put in the work and put in the energy and put in the time and stay grounded and dedicated to it. I will begin to see the payoffs from it. And so now that Ratchet City Ratchet City Blues documentary is now in the production. I can't wait, man.
I can't wait, man, because some of the things that Sherry has told me, I'm like, okay, this is gonna be different. I've never done nothing like this before,
Yeah.
and I also can express myself creatively. So I'm taking another risk this year. And when you were talking about as far as like becoming an actor and everything, when I first got on the set of Olympus, if you don't mind me inserting this in,
Go for it.
uh, when I first got on the set of Olympus, when you do something, that saying, when you do something you love, you never have to work a day in your life.
Yes.
When you love doing something, when you get this feeling, like a giddy feeling, that's just kind of, it's almost like a high, but it ain't a drug.
Yeah, it's like,
It is no liquor, no drug, no opioid, no nothing can compare to the excitement of knowing that your career is on the rise, or you're stepping into something that is meant for you, and
hmm
you're in this atmosphere, you're in this dream zone. When I was on the set of Olympus, I'll never forget. I dazed a little bit. I can still feel it right now. My eyes glazed over. I said, "My God, this ain't just." Some people want to get in the film industry just to be famous, and of course we all want to be famous, to have money and everything like that. But it's the experience of it. When you go through the experience of it, see how the movie is put together and the movie magic and the work you put in as an actor, you're like, Lord, I can really do this. Even during the tough times, you love something when you can go through the gutter with it. So it's
Yeah.
one of those things where success is truly fulfillment in doing something that you love, or at least
Yeah.
accomplishing something, even if it's delayed gratification. If you know you're on the right track and you're doing something that brings you joy, shoot, that's the real reward right there, man.
Yes.
That's the reward.
Okay, I like that. I like that. So I'm gonna ask you the final question, and then we're gonna move into the game. What's the
All right.
best advice you can give someone thinking about starting a business or pursuing their dreams? Because I know you did both.
Mhm. Start a business and pursuing their dreams. First, prayer. If you are a spiritual person and praying person like me, first prayer, and know what you're getting into, and tactfully go in it.
hmm
Don't just, yeah, some people say go in head first, but you know, what's that scripture that says, "Study to show thyself approved, a
Yes.
workman needeth not be ashamed, rightfully dividing the word of truth." Know what you're getting into, study it, take the initiative to be a master at it, and go do it, and do it tactfully, and go in aggressively, tactfully yet aggressive. Uh, that's what I would say, and I'm still learning myself, because there's many people out there that go in doing their dreams and do a heck of a lot better than I do. But from my experience, even with my YouTube channel, I knew um, I wasn't going to be given the same royalty as, say, YouTube was like a AMS or a Lovely Tea, or a what's another popular one? Kevin Samuels, who's real popular right now,
hmm
where people will hold their undivided attention for like hours upon hours upon hours. No, I knew I'm a rookie in this game, so I make sure my videos are short, sweet, to the point, 2, 3, 4 minutes, go and get it out the way, and move on to the next. So, and though I had a little bit of success with that, but then the rest of it didn't live up to my expectations, I learned something. So, it's strategy. And in the words of Aaliyah, if at first you don't succeed, dust yourself off,
And try it again.
try again.
I like that.
All right.
I like that. So we're gonna move to the game. The game is called
All right.
Candy or Corn.
Candy or corn? Uh-oh.
Yes, I'm gonna ask you about a candy that you'd eat. You can either say candy, or if you wouldn't eat the candy, you would say you'll eat corn.
All
So
right.
the first candy is Gobstopper.
Is that the chocolate candy that's like a gobstopper, like a
No.
round ball?
Yeah.
I have a gobstopper.
Okay. 100 grand.
I never had it before. It's chocolate peanuts.
Yeah. It's like a chocolate crisp.
I have it. I'm a
Okay.
big chocolate guy.
Candy corn.
Yeah, no. I remember when I was a kid, I didn't like it. Even to this day, I don't know what it's about candy corn, but it's like the taste came in my mouth, and I was like, yeah. I
All
don't
right.
know about candy corn.
Uh,
Not corn, but
corn.
I don't even give respect to corn. It ain't corn, it's cone.
I know that's right. So the next one is Rolo.
I have to give it a no-go. I ain't too familiar with Rocco.
So corn on Rolo. Okay, Heath Bar.
Not too familiar with it. I'll have to pass on
It's
Heat Bar.
the English toffee.
Nah.
Okay, so
Not
corn.
toffee.
Mike and Ike's.
Nah, I'll take some Mike and Ike's. They not my favorite, like bright color candy. But I'll take a couple Mike and Ike's when ain't nothing else. When Skittles and gummy bears ain't around, I'll take a Mike and Ike.
Okay, got you. I got you. Mounds.
Oh yeah, now me and Grandmama love some mounds. Well, Grandmama love mounds, so for her, I'll say a yes.
Okay, Almond Joy.
For Grandmama, yes. Almond Joy.
Okay, Chunky.
It's a chocolate.
Yes, it's like a chocolate raisin.
Raisin, I pass on. I'm not too familiar with it. I ain't gonna hate on it. I have to try it out
Okay, so corn.
to judge it.
Okay, and the last one is Swedish.
When the candy store doesn't have gummy bears, Laffy Taffy, Now Laters, Skittles, and gummy worms, I'll try, or Mike and Ike's, I'll try Sweden Fish, but it's definitely not my first it ain't my, I ain't gonna be arrogant. You know, that's one of them candies, you know, it's church that the preacher that got long-winded. You smell the food back there, but you're hungry, so you just gonna take a couple Sweden Fish, just gonna sell your stomach.
Yeah, just to hold you.
There you go.
It's to hold you over candy. I like
Hold your, that's the whole over candy.
because I'll be somewhere intense like, I don't want the Swedish. I don't want it.
There's other candies I despise more than Sweden Fish, so that's why I say that. But that doesn't mean I ain't jumping at the chance for Sweden Fish. I hope the company ain't watching it because I ain't getting no endorsement. I ain't getting no endorsement for something else.
No, we just talking about would you eat it or would you not eat it. So we was just having this little fun game I created. Because we can talk
That's
about
cool, man.
Snickers and M&Ms and Reese's and
Yeah,
all of
people know
those.
those.
But
Yep, people
I
know
wanted to design my game around candies that we don't necessarily hear all the time.
those. Absolutely.
So definitely want to thank you. Can you give the people at home your handles where they can follow you and how they can check out your EJS channel?
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, you can always go on YouTube and type in, especially in capital letters, type in the EJS channel. You can see right here on my shirt now. It might be a little backwards here, but the EJS channel. You can always go on YouTube and check me out there. My Facebook page is Edwin Sherman. You'll see me and my late uncle, Isaac Sherman Jr. on
Yeah.
there,
Yeah.
who I love dearly. I miss him every single day.
Yeah.
He's on the profile picture with me. And also on my Instagram, he's on my Instagram picture, and it is Edwin Sherman 2293 on
Okay.
IG. So
Yes,
those are my social media.
I know that we were talking about that because I knew we were going to be both doing the Christmas event that had just passed when your uncle passed, and um I'm one of those people that I wanted to just make sure you was okay throughout the time because I knew that we were both scheduled to perform that day when we got the news about your uncle. So I'm happy that you're doing okay.
Yeah, I take it. I take it one day at a time, man, and I appreciate, your concern and calling and texting. And I apologize I couldn't make it that day. It was such a
No,
rough day. I despised December 11th for a while. I'll just say that
I
December 11th, that's
understand.
gonna be one of my least favorite days, for a long, long time. But yeah, it was just a dark moment. A lot of times I laugh to keep from crying. This is actually one of my more cheery days, but
Hmm.
sometimes I have my moments. My uncle, I still see him, hear him, feel him. I
Yeah,
pray to God. I know he's in a much better place. He enjoying himself. He doing backflips and playing in the band up there in heaven right now. We
that's
we
it.
down here the ones that suffering and in this world of sin. So, I'm happy for him on that. I'm just sad I can't embrace him like I used to.
Yeah.
All
Um,
together.
I would definitely. I sympathize with you because I'm where you are. I've been where you've been. Losing my father, it's been this year would make 12 years. So I
Yeah,
understand that that's something because you never get used to losing someone who's been that close to your life. Like,
never.
um,
He was like my father.
yeah. So so you already know where I'm going with this. Um,
Yeah, absolutely.
you never will be able to shake their presence and their energy, and you'll always continue to measure up whether what you're doing is something that they will approve of.
Prove up. Yeah, it's. I'm gonna tell you, it was when losing my uncle. The moments that hurt the most is knowing how he would react to a certain situation. Like now, I'm a New Orleans Saints fan. I know you a Dallas Cowboys fan, so that's a
Mhm.
whole nother look. We gotta have a whole nother stream for that. But when the Dallas Cowboys lost to San Francisco, my uncle was legendarily known for trolling Cowboy fans. So we see all these different memes and stuff on Facebook, and I'm like, Lord Jesus, if my uncle be here, he'd just be losing it. He'd be on the floor and hollering. And certain things on TV, watching a particular comedian, listening to a particular song, like The Weeknd that came out with one or two songs recently. I'm like, I know Uncle would like that because he's got similar taste in music.
Mhm.
Um, just certain social interactions, things on the news, I can just hear his voice and see and know how he would react and respond. And so, even some of the games and the funny lingo we would nicknames we give each other and stuff like that, that's what really hurts the most.
Yeah,
It's just it's a void. It's a constant void, and
yeah,
certain moments and events remind you that void is there. And it's
yes. I would
you know,
definitely tell you hang on to the good times.
yeah, that's what I
Don't
do.
forget the good times because the good times are what's supposed to get you over the hump when you're having the bad
Yeah,
times. So
yeah,
definitely just continue to hold on to the good times. For me, it's about now having to sit back and just picture what would it be if he was here. Because now as
yes,
time
absolutely.
goes forward, with you moving
Hmm.
forward, you're gonna sit back and think, what would it be like if he was here right now? Which you already have the clues and the feelings of that because you knew your uncle well. But
Yeah,
as time moves forward, it's gonna become a thing with like, golly, I wish he was here.
yeah, yeah, yeah,
So
absolutely. It's so many times
yeah,
like that.
I want you to stay encouraged,
I appreciate
stay in prayer as often as you can. Stay in prayer, always stay in prayer because God had a plan, and this was a part of that
it. Yeah,
plan. But in it, we're not supposed to understand why God does what He does. It's accepting it and it's embracing it and it's finding strength in it when it's bothersome. Continue to find strength in it and know that you lost him in flesh, but you did not
yeah,
lose him in spirit.
absolutely.
You have someone
He's
who's
still here.
watching over you all the time.
He said when I was a baby, and my mom told me this, and then my uncle constantly told me this. He said, Josh, I prayed for you when you was a baby, when you came out the womb. And he actually saw me the day after I was born. And I think my mom said my grandmother was the first to see me when I came out the womb. And my mom was, she was like somewhat sleeping and saw me. But my uncle, as I asked my mom, my uncle finally saw me the following day. I was born July 12th, and he said, "I'll be your guardian angel." And I remember he put a post on Facebook years ago saying, "Me and my nephew have been together since the very beginning." I told Uncle, I'll be with you to the very end.
That's it.
That's my road dog. That's my uncle. That's my dad. That's my big brother because he was 17 when I was born. I was a newborn baby. So there's my best friend, minister in music, video game buddy, tutor, mentor,
Yeah.
everything.
That type of love, you don't lose that type of love. It doesn't go away. That spirit, that energy does not go away. It's gonna be there. Trust me. You're gonna see him again. He's gonna visit you again.
Oh,
Trust you would not see him. He's gonna always be around. But
yeah.
go ahead.
Oh no, I've had several dreams about him where I remember the last dream I had about him, it felt so real. I'm like, Jesus, he back at the house. He was moving back in the house actually in the dream. He was like plugging up some of the video games and we was playing some of the old school classics. I said, Jesus, it felt good. And then I woke up and I'm like, oh God, it's a dream.
But
He's still here. I
yeah,
still feel
and those are the moments when you have to hang on. Hang on to
it.
those
Absolutely.
moments. If you have to write them down where you can go back and
I
you
dream.
can read it. Because if you write it down and you go back and read it, it's still something that can
It's
settle
still
your
there.
brain.
Mm-hmm. Absolutely.
But I definitely would be consistently staying in touch with you, just making sure you're okay. I can send my
Appreciate
I send my condolences to you and your family, and I can't wait to see you again when we get back on the set for Ratchet City Blues documentary.
Look, man, we got to make sure when we do Ratchet City Blues, you got to have a tea time on there, on the set.
Yes,
You got to
yes,
do that.
yeah. Oh,
Oh, oh, by the way, shout out to our boy CJ from San Andreas, oh CJ Johnson. Man, when I heard this song, and he had something to do with this song, I said, oh, no wonder why it sounds so smooth. That's bad crap. So if you're watching this, we
CJ,
give him a good shout out.
yeah, CJ, he's definitely he definitely helped make my dream come true with this theme music for with a little tea time, and I owe a
Mhm.
great deal of that. God bless you, CJ. Like really, man, like that dude is a gem.
Absolutely.
He is such a gem that
He is.
when
He is.
I met him when Mai did her set, one of her sets, and
Mhm.
we vibed and we linked. It's
Oh,
like, and I did not know that even when I met him that I was going to end up working with him. And I'm one of those people like I'm so happy I treat people right and I try and be a
yeah.
good person because you never know.
My my late grandfather would say, and I never met my grandfather, but because he had passed before 2 years before I was born. But the slogan that one of the sayings that he would say, my uncle always mentioned, he would say, "It always pays to be nice,"
Yes.
and that is true. It always pays to be nice. It always pays to be kind. Because what's that other saying? Be careful how you treat people on your way up, because some of them same people you meet on your way up, you might have to meet them on your way back down. So absolutely. Always good to be nice.
Whew. Yeah. Ooh. And I definitely try my best. I try my best to be
Look,
nice.
man,
But
I try to.
Edwin, my brother, thank you so much.
Yes, sir. Thank you, brother.
Thank you
Thank
so much. Thank you for just creating a time just to be here for a little tea time. And I definitely, I'm Team Edwin anyway. You become one of my friends in this acting
you.
world and in this community of what we do. So I'm really grateful that I met you. You become one of the people that I actually look up to with what we do because I know you have a standard.
Oh man, look, you made me feel bigger than I am. I'm like, oh snap! I'm
No,
like, look,
it's
you make
like
it seem like I got an agent. I got the biggest representation, got Oscars and everything. Like I wish I was at that level.
it's like
I got to
when
step it up now.
we did the when we were rehearsing when we were downtown for the Christmas event.
Hmm.
When you went in and we started the skits,
Hmm.
it's like you know how to go in.
Oh man, I
And I
appreciate
was like, how am I supposed to match his energy? Because I was trying to match your energy. And then when
Oh
I
man.
started matching your energy, you made me laugh, and I fell out of character for like 30 seconds, and I was like, I gotta get back. But you have magic in you that when you start acting, it's like you become and you live those moments.
I
It's not
appreciate
like
that.
you're acting. It's like you're the person that you are acting.
Oh,
You become that character. So I even when we were doing Electra, I enjoyed seeing you on film. I enjoyed just watching how you work because I was like, damn, this dude has a stand. Like he knows what he's doing. It's like
oh man.
I'm a
I
freshman.
appreciate
I'm a freshman and this dude is in college. Like I'm a high
man.
freshman and this dude is a college freshman. I can't top this. But
Oh man.
I enjoyed your
I
presence.
appreciate it.
Yes, yes, I enjoyed your presence. I enjoyed your energy. I enjoy what you do, and I'm definitely looking forward to us get back on the set with
Absolutely.
Ratchet City Blues documentary. Um,
Absolutely, man. I'm looking forward to
again,
it.
I wish you well. Um,
Thank you, man.
have a great night.
You too,
Enjoy
man.
that pizza because I know you was getting in on that pizza.
Look, it's gone now.
I know
that
that's
was
right.
the last two slices, man. It's back to salad for the rest of the night.
I know that's right. Well, thank you
Yes,
so much, Edwin. Have a great night,
sir.
bro, and I would definitely be seeing you.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Looking forward to seeing you, man. Ratchet City Blues. Let's get ready for this thing. We're gonna knock it out the park.
Yes, sir. Have a good one,
Yes,
bro.
sir. You too, brother.
All right.
Take it easy.
All right. I definitely enjoyed you tonight, Edwin. Really good. He's a really cool dude. Really cool dude. And I enjoy working on set with him, being on the set with him. Gotta send a shout out to all my viewers that are watching right now. Queen Sheba, I saw you out at the parade today. I saw you out at the parade today. It's good to see you again, darling. It was such a while since we've seen each other, so it was good to see you today, Queen Sheba. Shout out to Miss Melva, Thomas Warren. Shout out to again to Miss Shakisha Scott. Shout out to Miss Addie for watching. I definitely would love for you guys to go and shop Saucy Sonia Spices. That's Saucy Saucy Spices. Yeah, no, Saucy Sonia Spices. Let me get that right. SaucySoniaSpices.com. SaucySoniaSpices.com. Use my coupon code Good Eats Jerry and receive 5% off of your purchases. And if y'all are interested in looking for that coupon code, I have that coupon code on my Facebook and on my Instagram. I will be posting the coupon code every Monday on my Facebook. So if y'all are interested in shopping with SaucySoniaSpices.com, let me know. If y'all have any questions tonight, let me know. And I can always, always, always just send y'all that coupon code in your text, in your DMs, and in your on Facebook. I can also just send it to your inbox on Facebook. So definitely would love for y'all to shop with SaucySoniaSpices.com. Definitely would love you guys to go and check out my books on Amazon.com. That's Coming Full Circle, the revised edition. Check out Coming Full Circle, the revised edition. Coming Full Circle 2, Marriage, Money, and Mayhem. The Confessions of a Conceited Drama King. And Catching Up With Me. Go to Amazon.com, type in Jarius, JRAYISDEYOND, and check out my works there. Check me out on TikTok at the Jarius Dion. It's TikTok at the Jarius, JRAYIS Dion, DEYOND. And also, you guys, if y'all have not seen the episodes of A Little Tea Time, y'all can go over to my channel on YouTube. It's Jarek, A King Among Men, Thomas, and check out those videos on YouTube. If y'all have not seen other episodes of A Little Tea Time here on Facebook and on Instagram, I would definitely invite you guys to go over to my YouTube channel and check it out. The quote of the week remains, joy is the feeling of grinning on the inside. So I definitely would love for y'all to keep that in mind. Gotta definitely send a shout out again to Redefining the Black Man for my sweatsuit that I wore today. Gotta also send another shout out again to Andre O'Cray out at the parade for taking his picture with me. I'm gonna send you that if you have not gotten it yet, Andre. So thank you again for that. If y'all have not seen my impromptu concert at Rhino Coffee, it's also up on my Facebook. I think I shared the link on Instagram if y'all have not seen it yet. I definitely would love for y'all to get into that, share it, check it out, send me your comments, send me your feedback. Let me know what y'all think about my impromptu concert at Rhino Coffee today. And let me know how y'all felt about that. If y'all want to hear something different, if y'all want to hear me say something else, because I'm going to probably try and do more of these impromptus. I don't know. You never know. You might just see me in the street and it could go down. So y'all have to stay tuned for that. I love you guys so much as always. Thank y'all so much for tuning into A Little Tea Time. To everyone who takes out their love and their time and their energy and their support for the show, thank y'all so very freaking much. I love y'all so much for that. As I say after every single show, you guys, remember to be great on purpose and not on accident. The future is now. Y'all get over to Club Hayes and check out Adriana Harvey tonight. If y'all are not doing anything and y'all know what Club Hayes is, check her out. I definitely will see y'all again with the next episode of A Little Tea Time with my next guest coming up, Miss Jasmine. I don't want to mess her name up, but Miss Jasmine from Tainted Locks. Definitely looking forward to her being on the next show. And until then, you guys, y'all have a great one. I love you guys. This is Jared, aka Jarius D, your favorite published author and your host of Little Tea Time. I have a good one.
Welcome to a little tea time.
Y'all ready?
Welcome to a little tea time.
Oh yeah.
Welcome to a little tea time.
Who listening?
Welcome to a little tea time.
All right.
Welcome to a little. Welcome to a little. Welcome to a little. Welcome to a little. Welcome to a little tea time. Welcome to a little tea time.
Hey, Mom. I love you. Good night.